background ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate, the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Friends, gamers, nerds of all flavors, lend us your ears. Welcome to the second season of A Fool's Quest. Previously, traveling via puke portal to another plane of existence, the fools visited the house of the deity Dionysus to have a quick party before beginning the last leg of their journey. While at the party, a suspicious character appeared. Hobbes attempted to approach this shady individual, but lost him in the crowd before he could get close. The fools left the party to head back to the portal and return to Euphrae. Now, let's join Hobbes, the Tabaxi Ranger, Malphaedor, the Aasimar Paladin, and Dwarven Brewmaster Ingvald Porter Altbeir as they band together in their continued pursuit of A Fool's Quest.
Okay. So you finish off Gorgon Ramsay and his Gorgon creature.
They Gorgon away. Oh, no!
Redo.
Oh, they are Gorgon.
Yeah, they are Gorgon. Killed it.
Well, I'm dead. I'm Ingvald's out. See you guys.
Yeah.
You
Sit at the back of the party, hangs himself from the horse.
It's not dark at all. Jesus.
I'm short enough.
Yeah. I mean, Hobbes could just close the portal while you're halfway through.
Yeah, let me go at this point. See you guys.
Terrible at puns. Shut it down. All right, so you guys round the bend around the rock outcropping in the plane that you guys in the Arborea plane, which is actually pretty much Olympus. And you are trying to get back to Euphrae. And so you just killed off Gorgon Ramsay and his Gorgon Beast, and you are about to head back through your portal. That's what you guys see it sitting there in the distance. It's about 3 inches off the ground, so you'd have to kind of jump to get through it.
Yep. Well, I'm in like Flynn.
Ingvald would have to jump. The rest of us could just casually step through it.
Yep.
Happens.
Short joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a dwarf.
All right, what's the order here?
I'll go first.
Okay.
No, I'll go first. The guy with the portal ring is not going first. No.
Yeah.
You go last. I'm hopping through first.
I'm a little offended that you don't trust me.
I mean,
You didn't trust us? Fuck off, dude.
after last episode, there is some trust issues.
Yeah. No. Jumping through the portal first.
All right.
So, Ingvald, then Malphaedor,
Shut the
then
portal.
Hobbes. I live here now.
Cut Ingvald in half. Now I can use my portal again. Eventually, I will get back to Euphrae.
Theoretically.
No, eventually.
It's a possibility.
A lot of different worlds.
I'll just camp right next to the portal until...
Could end up in the elemental plane of ash and just think it's a giant litter box.
So happy.
And it's, I mean, I could just go through the portal the next time. If I don't like it, I come back through to whatever realm I'm in at that moment, close the portal, and just wait till I can use it again.
You're counting on surviving getting through the portal.
Yeah. Worth it.
Do you kill Ingvald or not?
No. No, I don't.
I mean, it's your world, your game. You do what you
I
want.
mean,
Kill
he
Ingvald.
made it through.
Well,
Yeah.
Ingvald jumps through.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I made it. It would have been him that got cut in half.
I was
Oh, no.
second. That's when he said it.
I was planning for Ingvald, but no, I'll let we all live
So
through
you
the
all
portal.
three jump through the portal, or step through the portal, and because it was sitting on the ground when you dived into it initially, it actually shoots you up about 12 feet into the air,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
and then spits you out in different directions, where you land not so comfortably on the hard, sandy, grassy earth.
Land on my feet.
I have advantage against falling.
I smashed my face on another rock.
Wow. Damn, dude.
Yeah, so...
Yep. So I might not land on my feet, but I land with no
I think I'm
damage.
joking. There you go.
How old is Macy now?
She's still 15. Still your ward, but
Very awkward first question. I want to point out.
Still not legal.
I wanted to know how long we'd been gone, because time moves different.
Yeah, it does move different. So you come back out, and you might not remember, but you had packed up Macy and Urk were packing up the tents, and Malphaedor had loaded up his belongings into the trailer, and the distillery that you always put together at campsites for Ingvald was taken care of. They had actually opened all that stuff back up. The tent was back up. It looks like they had a full-on campsite going, and they actually built a ring of stones around their campsite, or around their fire pit that they had made there. So when you pop back out and take a look around, it seems like they've been there for a little bit. There's actually a string with some fish drying, because you guys were following the river up towards Maraxi's tower.
Right.
So there's a string with some fish drying attached to one of the pine trees.
Survey of the area, and the obvious first question to me: how long have we been gone?
Macy walks right up to you and does her little half bow thing that she does, and she says,
"Welcome back, my lord. You have been gone for 3 days."
3 days.
So time moves at about 3 times clip while we're gone.
Depending on what world you go to.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I look around for Urk.
Urk's not here.
He left you.
I immediately question Macy. Where is my friend?
My lord, your friend is down at the river gathering more fish.
Oh. Good. I take a
Using your
drink.
fishing pole.
Oh, yeah, I did that. Did I leave my pole? I don't think I left my pole, but still, it's fine. He's a pirate. I'm sure he has his own fishing pole.
He's gone. He's never coming back.
He ran off with Macy.
Oh,
He said, "I hate that
that's creepy.
dwarf."
Urk's in his, Urk's in his 40s.
Kevin, and then the Grand Duke of Emmendine, Sir Nigel Aloysius Cuthbert III, both traipse over to you, as well as Falcor. Yep. I need to jot
Give
that
them
down.
all scratches behind the ears.
They're so happy to see you. They've been a little sad, and Falcor starts chirping at you.
I don't have any magic left to cast Speak with Animals, so you'll have to wait till tomorrow.
After about 3 minutes of chirping at you, he looks very annoyed and goes and curls up next to the fire pit and starts making hissing noises.
Okay. I'll feed him. That's probably what he wants.
Do pseudo-dragons have telepathy?
It was a fire drake, actually.
When he first met Hobbes,
Yeah.
Hobbes cast Speak with Animals, so he just always assumes that Hobbes should be able to speak with them.
And I think you're ignoring him.
I'm surprised an animal can't speak with animals. I mean, a humanoid, but still. Huh.
I can. I just have to cast magic to do it. You can't even do that.
Theoretically,
Wow.
I could.
So,
All the shade over there.
I mean, to be fair, you can't create beer out of thin air and some water.
Okay. All right, so all your friends are accounted for.
Awesome. I'm exhausted, and
Yeah,
I'm going
let's
to go sit
sleep.
by the fire and drink some beer.
I need a rest.
yep.
So I will wrangle up something for a meal and just crash.
Yeah, so you can go, you can go pick some of the fish off, the dried fish that were hanging from the lines, cook them up with the quickness, and eat that, and then crash. You had 8 days worth of rations plus 2 days while you were there, so 10 days worth of rations altogether. But you've already used 5 days worth of rations now.
Is that counting after we've eaten the fish?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because you guys haven't moved at all. You were on your second day, but you were gone for 3 days. So Macy and the animals and Urk have been
Eating our rations.
your water supply as well, because the water that's running in is not.
Drinkable.
Yeah.
Is there a city along the way?
Not on the way to Maraxi's tower.
No, we need to get some of this fish. And, well, how far does the river go? How long can we follow the river?
You can follow the river pretty much
All the way
to
there?
within a few hours of Maraxi's tower.
Okay, so that won't be a problem. We should be able to fish the whole way up there.
Yep, just takes time.
The
Casting nets and
drinkable water might be an issue, though.
I drink beer. Get more than enough hydration, I'm sure. It's mostly water.
as an actual bartender, you know that's not true.
Fuck off.
I'm grabbing my long rest, healing up.
And then you all leveled up from your trip to Olympus. I think you all got some new abilities, right?
Yeah.
So let's go around in a quick circle. Malphaedor, what did you pick up?
Level 7, I picked up the Aura of Devotion. So as long as I'm conscious, friendly creatures, including myself, within 10 feet cannot be charmed.
That is sick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ingvald, what'd you pick up?
Oh, I now have the evasion skill, or well, feat. If an area of effect spells, I take no damage on success and half damage on a failure. And then I also picked up 3 new skills with proficiency as part of my drunken feats. So I'm now proficient in investigation, nature, and stealth.
That's a lot. All at level 7.
Ingvald grows in every way but height.
The important one.
All right, Hobbes.
I got a ability to where if my beast companion doesn't attack, it can do dash, disengage, dodge, or help, but none of my pets fight, so that's useless.
You would never risk Kevin.
Never. Or the Duke, or Falcor.
Right.
But I got a new spell, Beast Sense. I can cast it on any willing beast, and I can see through his eyes and hear whatever it hears until I spend an action to return to my own senses.
Yeah.
Give me sight beyond sight.
That's the
Oh,
only-
you can use him as a scout.
Yeah.
Falcor's a good scout. It's tiny.
Yeah. Falcor
And he
is a
can
good
fly.
scout. And he can fly. And you're about to go try to sneak into a tower.
Yeah. I don't see how that's helpful, but
Completely irrelevant to what we're trying to do.
yeah.
All right.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Oh, I am enjoying this scene.
Get on with it.
So you guys camp, and then you have decided to follow the river the rest of the way to Maraxi's tower, correct?
Along the riverscape, do I see any good ingredients for brews or...
Make your roll. Survival.
16.
Wow. Yeah, so when you and Urk are out by the river during one of the days, he's doing some fishing stuff and teach you some tips and tricks about it. He shows you some desert kelp looking stuff that's in the water
That's some heavy shit, man.
that you can add to your brew, and it actually makes people more perceptive. So if you drink it, you get a +2 to your perception skill.
Yay!
So it teaches you how to harvest it, and you can harvest up about a half a pound of it, which should make 1 keg worth.
Yeah. And so I forgot when I made my beer in the God Zone there, or in Olympus,
Yeah.
I used grapes. Did I use my grapes, or I intended to use the grapes off of the vines around me?
Well, we can say you used the grapes off the vines, but you did use your.
I used all of my glowing root,
Yep.
or whatever I call it, dark shine.
Yep.
Just have a half pound of God grape, and a half pound now of desert kelp.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. So you guys continue on your way.
Yeah. Trotting along.
Okay. So you make your way along the river up until where you believe you found a couple of spots on the map that kind of match the terrain, and you break away towards the Maraxi Tower. And the river was actually moving kind of upland, so you were moving against the flow of the river, but the moving east kind of goes back down hill, so you're coming up on top of the actual tower itself, so you can kind of see the tower jutting out of the sky pretty early on, probably about a good solid 8 hours before you can arrive at the tower. Cool. Just from where your vantage point is at. So you continue to make your way down, seeing the tower jut out of the thin woods that you're in, the thin forest that you're in that runs along the river, which is just along the far western side of the desert. As you guys continue down, you do see that the tower itself, you estimate, is about 150 feet by 90 feet. So it's a pretty big tower as far as the size of it, and it looks like it's about 4 or 5 stories tall.
Is there any signs of settlement around it, or any kind of activity other than the tower?
Yep. So the tower itself, because the way you're approaching it, you can get a pretty good viewpoint on it. The tower has a courtyard that surrounds it, which is about 30 feet on each side of the tower. It looks like it's pretty much just packed desert sand, but you can see some barrels down there. It looks like there's a well down there, a really large well in this kind of courtyard area. And then surrounding the courtyard is a really thick wall that stands. It seems like it's kind of short from your vantage point right now, but you kind of assume that as you get closer, it will appear to be taller.
Yeah.
But it's also the wall is about 20 feet thick, and it encircles the entire tower. And you, as you're making your way down, can see eventually small specks moving in and out of the wall. Nothing moving in and out of the tower, though. So you assume those are maybe the recruits.
Recruits and minions and lackeys.
Yep.
Awesome. So while we're in the forest, still a ways away from the tower, I did use that time to teach Urk how to brew a sour beer.
Okay.
And it's called the I Can't Kelp Myself Sour Ale.
I can't kelp myself.
It is it's the god grapes and the kelp.
Yeah?
Yep.
So if you ever want to make a second batch of this, you just have to go to Olympus and grab some grapes and stop in the desert and get some kelp. And
yeah, it's called being a master, not called being replicable.
This is any kind of Michelob over here.
Shit. You think I even save the recipes? No, I'm not going to be able to make this shit ever again in my life.
So I guess it pairs well with sugar pie and honey bunch.
Mm-hmm. But it does give me a +8 temporary health for every mug, and then +2 perception.
Right.
But the
plus
perception,
1d8. You have to roll a d8.
1d8, sorry.
Yep.
And then for every mug of beer, and then perception is just stagnant.
It's just stagnant. Yep.
It's stagnant.
Yep. Stagnant. Yep. Okay. All right. I need perception checks from everyone.
15.
Should have drank some beer.
Yeah, should have done something.
Also roll for Macy and Urk.
Macy nailed it.
18 for me, and oh fuck, Urk, Jesus. And I assume Urk was also drinking the beer.
Yeah, probably.
So he only got a 9.
Oh, okay. So
5 of that was bonus.
Okay, so Macy got it, Hobbes got it, and Ingvald all got it. As you're coming down the hill, Malphaedor, Urk, they're kind of trying to scout out the actual Maraxi's tower, taking a peek. They're more focused on that. And the other 3, Macy, Hobbes, and Ingvald, kind of look back off towards the center of the desert, just kind of sitting there biding time. And you see, far off in the distance, kind of deeper into the desert, a large storm is rolling towards your way. Now, before you left the cost plate, somebody had said that a storm was coming from the south, but not to worry about it because you guys would be making good time. But then you spent 3 days in Olympus. So the storm is rolling deep from the desert, but it's definitely moving your way, which you would assume they're trying to prep the Maraxi's tower for that storm coming toward them as well. They might not even see it yet. You have the high ground.
So do we just attack the tower? Or
blatantly? Well, we should hide somewhere. The tower seems nice.
Full on Monty Python. Down the hill.
No, first we build a large wooden badger.
Well, I can ride in on Reginald.
Yeah. Well, your associate doesn't count.
That's right.
Like yours is basically make believe, and also probably still mad at you.
He also has Macy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other associate that counts.
Yeah.
Do we want to
she can ride behind me.
Try to hunker down and see if the storm does some damage to the tower, or do we just want to go in before the storm gets
if it
here?
Damages the tower.
What are we hiding? Anywhere nearby any kind of like caves or someplace
That's
that we could
what I'm
fortify
thinking.
or
Look for a
shelter?
cave.
No, there's no caves. I mean, you're essentially in a river that flows through a desert that has
So,
some
yeah.
light woods surrounding the river.
So
as
yeah,
it
we
paths
need
up.
to.
So hunkering down and waiting probably isn't a good idea.
No, it's gonna be right on top of us before nightfall, isn't it?
Probably by nightfall, to be honest.
Monty Python it.
Gonna have to.
Yeah.
There's only one entry point through the wall to the actual tower, to get into the tower. But there are multiple entry points into the wall for the courtyard.
Okay. As long as we make it into the courtyard, we could probably get by in some of the shelter areas inside.
Well, the good news is I can cast Pass Without a Trace.
There you go.
Which gives us a +10 to sneak.
The walls for the courtyard that surround Maraxi's tower and the courtyard itself, as you guys get closer, you gauge to be between 11 and 12 feet tall.
Okay.
It looks like, though, that the trainees actually live within the walls. So there are ramps that are not on the outside, but you kind of assume are on the inside from just watching patterns, where the recruits will go up to the top of the wall and pace around for their break, or kind of be leisurely up there, or then some of them are actually doing guard duty up there. But there's like 2 or 3 at a time doing guard duty for the entire facility.
Now, do we want to sneak in without being seen, or should you guys take off your cloaks
Or turn them inside out at least.
and pretend we want to join up?
And pawn ourselves off as new recruits.
Yeah. That might be easier.
Yeah.
I'm bad at talking. We'll find out.
That's why we bring him along.
Yeah.
He's the face. He does the talking.
I'm game.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Role play.
Da-da-dun.
All right.
All right, so you continue on your way down. By the time you
We're
get
leaving Macy and everybody where?
Oh, they will die.
No, they're going with us.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't leave them exposed.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good. Bad karma.
after Reginald, you just throwing everyone to the wind, aren't you?
Yeah. That's why I said we had to figure something out. 'cause
I mean, I
die.
can bring him back in a moment's notice. I can't replace Macy.
Yeah, we're going to find another murderous 15-year-olds. That's skilled, though.
I mean, granted, she'll probably find a way inside before we do, the way she is.
Let's bring Macy. Macy's gone. Fuck!
Isn't her on the tower? Hey!
Holding Whisper's head.
Is this the guy you're looking for?
Yeah, we just feel an XP boost. Like,
Okay, so you decide to make your way on down?
yeah.
By the time you guys get down to the tower, you get out of the forest line, or you get right to the forest line. It's maybe 10 minutes to walk from where you're at to the actual tower entrance gate to get into the outside perimeter wall. You gauge the storm, and Hobbes, you determine the storm's about 2.5 hours out.
All right. We got 2.5 hours to get our way inside before the storm hits.
As we approach the gate, I do motion to Hobbes to hide the big amulet.
Put the shiny away.
Right, just tuck it in my shirt.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fair.
not out in a boot.
Even if he doesn't, I'll just grab it.
Not what?
Out in a boot?
Canadian.
He's one of those Canadian dwarves. Very common around these parts. No. So
Strange brew.
you guys continue on your way, or?
Yeah, head into the gate.
Okay.
Just walk up like we own the place.
Alright, so you walk up like you own the place. Honestly, nobody even pays any attention to you. The guards that are up there are not being very guardly. There's only one that's on this side of the wall. The wall is, like I said, 11 feet tall. The one that's up there, he is actually moving. You can see him carrying some stuff as you walk towards the wall. Carrying stuff from one side of the wall and then down a ramp. So, seems like they're a little bit distracted with the oncoming storm.
Right. Well, let's make our way in.
Yeah.
In through the gate,
I'll follow.
like we're supposed to be there. Just
Okay. So you make it to the gate, and you...
I mean, if there's like a sack of grain or something, or a small barrel, I'll just go ahead and pick it up and tote it in with me.
There's nothing on the outside, but there is the giant satchel that Hobbes found after the Chimera fight that you could fill up with some
rocks
and sand.
Yeah, I'll just throw some sand in it and
all right,
lump it over my head. And
I just
over your
carry
shoulder.
my brewery equipment with gusto.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the gate, and
I should carry the bag in case we get stopped. You can do the talking, and it will seem like we're carrying your shit in.
Okay.
Because if I'm the only one not carrying something, they might assume I'm in charge.
Okay.
And my charisma says no.
Got you. Fair enough. So are they, once inside the courtyard, you said he was going down some sort of a ramp. Is that actually like heading inside the tower? Or...
the ramp doesn't head inside the tower. So the ramps are on the inside of the wall.
To go up to the top
to go to the
parapets?
wall that
Okay.
goes around the perimeter.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Do I see an entranceway to the tower?
You see a few different. There's like a... Oh, no. Into the tower, there's only one. It's on the southern side of the tower. It's a double door. It's not guarded, but it definitely is like wide open. Like anyone could see you walking toward it. And Hobbes, the count that he's kind of got is between 50 to 60 recruits.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll start scouting someplace inside the courtyard that we can kind of hunker down and make base for now. And then decide our next action once we ride out the storm, maybe.
Okay. So you not kick open the door, but you squeak open the door and make it in through the wall into the courtyard, and you see recruits hustling everywhere, stacking up barrels of water. 3 people are carrying them so they can stack them up together. People are reinforcing some of the different, shutters that they have for the windows. You can see that some of the stuff like hay that has been put out there is being put under like heavy weighted like iron, so they're mostly just prepping. And you do see there's about 3 different doors on the wall that you came in on, which is the western side. 3 different doors on the northern side and 3 on the southern side. All of them take you into the actual wall that goes around the perimeter.
All right. And you said the door to the tower was on the south side?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a corresponding door in the wall on the south side?
There are 3 doors that go into the wall on the south side, but yeah, none that's directly across the courtyard. They're kind of scattered.
So I'm thinking if we got in the general vicinity, we could at least keep an eye on, and develop a game plan from there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll wander towards the south wall.
Yeah.
All right. So you wander towards the south wall. After a few minutes, a kind of younger-looking woman, but she's got a very big scar along her face, grabs Malphaedor by your cloak, even though it's turned inside out, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Well, what are we supposed to be doing? Everything's kind of chaotic right now.
Yeah, haul those barrels of water inside of the barracks. Weren't you given orders?
Sorry. We're kind of new here.
She shoves you towards a trailer that's got like 12 barrels of water in it.
All right, let's just grab one.
Yep.
You could use the water anyway for brew.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I got some barrels.
Yeah.
Okay, so you each grab... what's your strength?
16.
11.
13.
Okay, so Malphaedor's like, let's just grab some barrels. He picks one up and starts walking toward the wall.
One over my head, one in my hand.
Ingvald and actually everyone else, because Macy's not, Irk's not,
no,
Hobbes
she's got a 12.
Yeah. So you all go to grab one, much like Malphaedor did, and they are too heavy to lift without a 15 strength. So it goes 2 to a barrel.
Have him and Macy roll one.
Yeah. When you said that, I was like, I wonder what Irk is at. I looked at the sheet and I'm like, Irk is very weak.
So you guys grab the barrels, and you do start hauling them toward the wall.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Let's go head that way and get settled in.
All right, so you get in, and the door you go to, it leads up about 5 stairs into the center of a room. And the room has a couple bunks lined up against the walls. Super uncomfortable as far as living space. You can see why people would be climbing to the top of this wall to have some personal time, because there's not a lot of freedom in here. You don't see like a kitchen or, a latrine in this room or connected to this room, but you assume they're around here somewhere. But you you do get in there, and you do see only one person who is sitting there actually sewing what looks to be a pair of pants.
I walk in and...
I see basically where we're supposed to drop the water off at.
Yep. You see there's a couple barrels already there. But
so
you do see
or can I carry our barrel over there?
Okay.
I'll take my 2 over there and put them in position.
All right. And I kind of scan the room really quick, and
the one person looks up at you and then looks back down at his pants and goes back to sewing a patch in them.
We're good. Let's find some place to ride the storm out. And
should I cast Pass Without a Trace?
If you want to run for the door, maybe.
So people don't notice us and make us do other stuff. We can just kind of hide in the corner.
How long does that last? Because we're going to be in here for a while if we hunker down through the storm.
I think it's like an hour.
Keep rolling every hour. Like,
yeah, it's a concentration check for an hour.
Yeah, it took you about a half hour to get through there, confronted, carry these barrels, so you've got 2 hours left before the storm, based off your survival instincts, Hobbes.
So I guess that wouldn't be super useful.
Alright, so you hold off on Pass Without a Trace, or casting Pass Without a Trace.
We passed on it.
After about an hour, you guys are, finding bunks to kind of claim. Your animals have all come and crawled in on one bunk, and then you crawled under it, Hobbes. And after about an hour, a person walks in, and he looks around the room, and he's like, "Oh, who bunked the newbies with us?" And the person who had been sewing his pants had moved on to 2 different sets of pants since then, but had not acknowledged you at all. Looked up and scowled at the guy that walked in, and then went back to sewing his pants.
I say nothing. I just drink my beer.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
You're going to be here the whole storm, aren't you?
Yep.
That's kind of the idea.
I gestured towards him with a mug. I'm like,
Well, I sure don't want to be outside.
Oh, no. We have guard duty tonight. So we're on the roof. Probably why they put you idiots in here.
What time does that start?
It starts in about an hour. Lucky for us. Malphaedor, you look across the room where Macy's up on a top bunk whittling away, like she tends to do with her knife whittling, and she makes a 2 fingers crossing her throat kill motion.
That's a motion. Hold on.
She shrugs and goes back to whittling.
She's dark. I can take him, boss. You want me to sting him? Well, actually, the guard duty cane could work in our favor. Once the storm actually hits and everything's obscured out there, we can make a go for the door.
all right, let's go do guard duty. So, as we wait it out for the next hour, take a small rest, eat some rations.
All right, so he goes, all right, well, I guess I'm the highest ranking person here, so you can call me Captain Marcus when we're in this room. Just Marcus when we're outside of this room.
All right, Captain Marcus.
What are your names?
I'm Xerxes.
Xerxes?
That's Chad and Delph.
Wait, so Chad is Hobbes and Delphin? Delph is...
Oh, I had one too.
Chad is a terrible name for a cat.
Urk goes, I'm Urk. No, actually he goes, hey, I'm Urk. How's it going? And Macy just shakes her head.
She's probably still hidden in the rafters.
Unnoticed.
I can still kill him.
The guy says to you, what are all these animals doing in here?
Hey, we got pets.
Whatever, just be ready for our shift in 1 hour.
Fair enough.
He motions to Urk to get off this bunk that Urk's sitting on. He's seeming to claim it might be his already, but Urk is kind enough to roll out of the bunk bed and move over to another one and sit in it and scowl.
I pop up a little bit, like,
Immediately come to defend Urk.
It's a small jump, nothing to say, huh?
Just look up and give Macy the go-ahead.
Don't be mean to my friend.
He says, all right, you guys are new here. We're on a 3-round rotation, so I guess I'll go up with you and be the 4th for the first hour that we're here. But he points to you 3 and says, you guys will go here, or go up top first. The girl can wait till the storm dies down, and that one's going to do the dishes.
Talking to Urk?
Yeah, talking about Urk.
Is he just racist to Urk? I'll kill him. His life should be ended.
Jesus. Never this defensive over the cat.
That's his bromance.
Loyal
right
to
there.
a fault, man.
That's Urk. That's his bromance right there.
So
The cat doesn't brew beer with me, I want to point out.
he shows you guys where the latrine is. It is actually down through a hallway that goes down deeper into the wall. Actually, what you all feel like is below ground level. And then kind of goes into like a dark area that's lit by one sconce. And he shows you where the latrine is there. Yeah, you're pretty much shitting in a hole.
Let's say a hole in the ground. Yay!
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any subterranean tunnels that lead into the castle or the tower.
I am a dwarf. Is the wall stone-ish dirt?
The wall itself is made of stone, but
Awesome.
where you went down, you can see that it is stone like put in, but you can tell there's like cracks in the stone at this point, and sand has been
All right.
eking in. So you can.
21 on stone cutting. Do I notice anything in the stones?
So this stone, yeah, you do notice this stone was put by mage hand. So it's not like dwarven cutters or even humans going through putting the stone walls up. It looks like magicians built the stone wall around this, and it looks like the reason the sand is cracking in is because the spells have begun to deteriorate over time that were holding the walls in place.
All right.
Doesn't really give you any light into whether there
I don't
is
notice like any push
secret tunnels,
push
nothing like
buttons
that.
or
Yeah,
things like that.
no. But I mean, if there was, it would be more probably of the magic backing. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I do notice that there's magic holding the walls.
Yep.
Then I'll use my rod of detect magic,
Okay.
and I'll just kind of see if there's any. I assume I'm alone, or not alone, but like I'm using the bathroom. Like
Yeah. You took the tour down there, and then maybe 20 minutes later went to the latrine on your own
and
to
then
test
using,
it.
like,
Yeah.
the detect magic rod to see if there's like anything vibrantly standing out.
Nothing vibrant. It's very weak, old magic, and you can tell that just the walls weren't built with like stone cutter technique.
No
They didn't
hollow
seal
spots
them.
back
Yeah,
there.
it's just they put the stones there. They use magic to put them in place and hold them there, and now it's fading over time.
Weak.
There's no magicians here. Yeah, as a dwarf, you're not fond of this because you have dwarven magicians
Yeah.
where you're from, but they also
Or just give it a
put
stone.
magic into good stone cutting. So.
Yeah. All right.
Disappointed.
Unimpressed.
Yeah, unimpressed. It's probably elven. Elven in nature.
Fucking chumps. All right.
So what do you guys decide to do to get into the tower? The storm comes, and just before it comes, he takes you up to the top floor and says, all right, here are your different posts. Here's where I'll be. And he kind of points to a corner of the wall. It's kind of far away from you guys. And
Okay, as we're heading out, I will motion to Macy to keep an eye on this guy. And I don't think I have any kind of repertoire of sign language to talk to her other than like, watch this guy, that kind of thing.
you guys could probably practice hand signals.
Yeah.
But you haven't yet.
Just point to somebody and go,
It's pretty universal.
yeah. And I said we just walk out the door and start heading for the door.
Yeah. How long's our watch? Do you tell us how long our turn on watch is?
Well, if we've got all night.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say all night?
Till dawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so
So I wait until. I guess we'll wait.
has
until
has the storm hit yet?
Not yet. It's
Okay.
about 20 minutes out from when you go up on the roof.
Yeah, we'll get in position, wait like 20 minutes for the sand to start blowing around, and use the obscurity of the wind-blown sand to make a way for the door.
Okay, so we're just going to go in.
Yeah.
I was going to send Falcor to use my beast sense to...
You have that in the 20 minutes beforehand if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to scout much in 20 minutes.
What What about Sir Aloysius?
Oh.
He's not going to scout much either.
Okay.
He's a guinea pig. They're not super nimble.
Yeah, but he's super small, though.
Yeah, but if you find a set of stairs, unless they go down, he's kind of screwed.
If they go down, still pretty
That's
screwed.
a one-way trip, right?
Yeah. I was thinking
I'd pay money to see that.
I was thinking we'd just stay on watch, and I'll take that time to have Falcor explore as much as possible, and then we can make a move after.
Yeah.
But if you want to just go in while the storm is going, that's fine too.
We have to go in at some point during the storm.
Yeah, and the storm's going to be going all night, so...
And remember with your pets, everything that's in that tower is supposed to be some evil, tainted creature of sorts.
Yeah.
Not just Whispers. It's where he houses all of his...
Monstrosities and monsters. And...
all the rest of his gorgons.
Yeah.
He's some kind of a collector or something.
Your fire dragonling and get into a blue dragon fight?
No, we'll just go in and hope for the best.
All right. Yeah, I guess we just wait until the early sandstorm.
Yeah. Okay. So the sand starts to come in at first with low wind, starts to kick stuff up. The wall does a lot, and actually being on top of the wall, you feel the breeze. It feels pretty good compared to everything else. Nightfall seems to match at the same time that the storm's coming through, so the sun going down means that the cooler temperatures start to hit, so it's kind of a nice respite for you guys compared to traveling through the desert. And then about 20 minutes into the storm, it really starts picking up. You see large swirls, little tornadoes of sand that start popping up all around, and then you see the courtyard start to hear, the hay starts flying around in the sky. You hear noises, creaking, that sort of thing from the sand hitting it. So the visibility goes down to about 30 feet.
Do we have any kind of a visual on this other Marcus?
Captain Marcus, Marcus, he make a perception.
17.
Nat 20.
We notice all the things.
So, Ingvald and Mal, you notice that he is not there anymore. Hobbes, you notice that about 15 minutes into your shift, somebody popped open a hatch from one of the ramps that lead up to the top of the wall, and a man called up to him, and he went down into the hatch with that guy.
Fucking coward.
Yeah. So, Marcus is inside the wall, hiding from the storm, sleeping,
Probably slumping on his shift.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of affection there. It's probably a booty call.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so Marcus is out of play.
Yep.
We
So
should
motion
have pretty
for Macy to
clear line.
close ranks and make for the door.
I don't know what Urk's doing, but...
Urk was washing dishes.
Yeah, Urk's
Were we
not...
going to leave him there doing dishes, or?
Yeah.
Urk's resourceful. He'll probably leave, to be honest.
Hey, man, they fucking left me, man.
I would assume Urk is probably somewhere near Macy.
Yeah, he was doing dishes. I mean, you could call down to him.
Yeah. Macy's probably like, you coming?
Urk's a smart man. He'll find his way out. So I assume he's with Macy,
Yeah.
Okay.
somewhere nearby.
So Urk and Macy tag along behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the five of you, are you bringing Kevin and...
No, leaving them in the barracks. We'll have to get them on the way out.
Okay, so the Kevin, Grand Duke of Evandine, Sir Nigel Aloysius Cuthbert III,
Yep.
and Falcor, the Fire Drake, all stay in with the guy who is sewing his pants.
Yep.
All right.
They're all sleeping.
So you need your stealth rolls to get across the courtyard. You have advantage because of the sandstorm, a +3 because of the sandstorm, and a +10 because of Pass Without a Trace.
So it's an automatic 18.
never cast.
Oh, you didn't cast it. Okay,
No.
never mind.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So advantage and a +3 for your stealth.
25.
26.
Nat 20.
Wow, you're finally stealthy.
Hey,
Yeah.
I need a roll for Urk and for Macy as well.
21 for Macy.
Urk got a 21.
Okay. All right, so you
Urk
all...
got a 21. Sorry. I was nowhere near my
actually-
fucking microphone.
23 for Macy.
23 for Macy, 21 for Urk. So you guys all very sneakily wrap your cloaks around your faces, dive into the sandstorm, and cross quickly over to the double doors that lead you into the tower.
Sweet.
Awesome.
You're standing at these double doors. The wind's blowing at your back.
Try to open.
All right.
Yeah. I help him push on the door.
All right, you lift the latch, you push on the door, and it groans open as you push it forward. This sand starts flowing into the inside of the building, and you all push your way in quickly and close the door behind you. And here is a good place to stop.
Boo.
We all die next time.
Yeah, I'm going to need that character sheet.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.